Hello, look at that. Look at that. Wasn't that cool? You got the countdown on the stream today. I'm so technologically advanced. I think on YouTube I put the link to guest on the stream. So if you click the link, you're not going to like automatically pop up. It'll put you in like a little studio room and then I can invite you in if you want to join. But yeah, if anybody, that's something I've been thinking about and haven't really moved the needle on. If anybody wants to join and hang and talk and be vulnerable with me, I think that would be good for everyone. So good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a good day today. I wanted to talk about some friends, old and new, that impacted me yesterday and that I'm just very grateful for. Let me talk about Valerie first because this was just so cool. So my friend Valerie lives in Denver, Colorado, and she is a singer and a piano player. And she makes goofy, fun, musical comedy TikTok videos. And we became friends on TikTok probably over a year ago. I don't even know how. What's up, Valerie? She's here on YouTube. So basically we became friends on TikTok about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, because we kind of occupy the same niche of like basically goofy piano player singers who make goofy content that's music based and comedy based. And yeah, a few months ago she reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I'm going to be in Chicago in May for some shows." I was like, "Well, we got to meet up when you get here." And we just kind of stayed in contact. And then last night we met up in Lincoln Park to go see Bonzo Squad and to hang out. And that's the first time I have met a TikTok friend in real life. And I really think just like met an internet friend in real life. And like, not like a Hinge thing, but like somebody who's just like doing the same type of like content as me. And like, we just like became friends because we're putting stuff out on the internet. And I think that's so beautiful how both of us just trying to create videos to entertain people turned into like a digital friendship that then we got to hang out IRL. Here, check this out. I'm gonna see if I can put this on here. How do I do this? Oh, maybe I can't do this. Oh, here we go. I made this little video of us. I'm gonna play this in the stream. We made this video like within 10 seconds of meeting. Watch this.
All right, so I'm here with my first TikTok friend turned a real life friend, Valerie. Introduce yourself real quick.
Hi, I'm Valerie. I'm a singer, piano player based out of Denver, Colorado, and I'm here in Chicago.
Woo!
In real life.
So we're gonna go see the Bonzo Squad in Chicago and actually meet each other because we've never met before. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
So if you can't tell from that video, we like immediately became friends. She's a goofball, I'm a goofball. And it was awesome. We went and we saw Bonzo Squad and had a ton of fun. Then we got food. Then I was driving her home and I was like, "You want to get ice cream?" And we pulled up to the Baskin Robbins on Ashland right by Red Hot Ranch. And the woman who we were ordering ice cream from, she barely spoke any English, and she was like, sounded angry that we were there. She was just like yelling at us about our ice cream, and Valerie wanted to get some mocha ice cream, and she said, "No mocha, no mocha." She kept yelling that she didn't have it. But then like she said like mocha almond. So like, okay, we'll do mocha almond. And it was like very aggressively yelling at us. And we were just like trying to each get our own bowl of ice cream. And we pull up and she gives us one thing of ice cream. And we're like, "What is this?" She's like, "Both ice creams are in there." So we ended up getting 2 spoons and sharing the mocha ice cream and peanut butter ice cream together. And it was just like a riot. It was so fun and so silly and so weird. And it was awesome to hang out with a friend from the internet and like have our peripherally knowing each other. Now we like know each other way better. You can get a sense of who somebody is from the videos they make and from texting them on the internet, but nothing beats like being in the same room as somebody and getting to like feel their energy and feel their spirit. And yeah, we just became fast friends. So I'm very grateful for TikTok for opening up that avenue. I think it's easy to like shit on social media and like rag on technology and, kids these days and their phones. Back in my day, we had to go outside. And like, there's truth to that, obviously. Like, I wish I was on my phone less. And I want to create a world where people are more social and more willing to talk to strangers and stuff. And these tools can be used to create connections that never would have been created before. We would not have hung out last night if it weren't for both of us creating in the same sphere. And actually, I'll even like kind of to take that even further, it's not just that we were both on TikTok. It's that we both were creating on TikTok. We're both like choosing to make videos, to share our art, to be vulnerable, to put pieces of our personality out there for strangers to see. And then we've connected. And I just think that's beautiful. And that's a testament to when you choose to create, when you choose to risk your ego, risk your embarrassment, risk looking stupid or whatever, and put stuff out there, you create the opportunity to connect with people, and you create the opportunity to invite people into your life that enrich your life. So I'm very grateful that we got to have that hang last night. It was really fun. So the other friends I wanted to shout out was I hung out with, in the morning, I hung out with my friend Jana, and in the early evening, I hung out with Cal, and it was really good. I mentioned this yesterday that I woke up feeling a bit like a fraud, and that was only half the story. I woke up yesterday feeling a bit like a fraud and feeling really not worthy of love, and really missing the relationship that I ended at the beginning of February, and really just hurting about that, and hurting about how that relationship went from something where we hung out a lot, like 3, 4, 5 days a week, spent a lot of time together and poured a lot of energy into each other, to we're never speaking again. And that I'm still hurting from that dramatic shift. I'm still hurting from just that it just felt violent, like how quickly it went from 100 to 0. And I think I'm struggling to forgive myself for my contribution to that not working out. And I'm very grateful that I see that I'm in a different place now than I was then. I see that some of the ways I was behaving were obsessive and like controlling and stuck in the future instead of just enjoying the moment, and lacking in self-respect and lacking in boundaries. And I see that I've grown and I don't want to do that anymore. And I'm struggling to forgive myself for doing that. And it's really easy to say, if I just knew what I knew now, I could go back and fix it. But you can't go back. And even if I went back, it would get messed up in another way. Like it was a necessary thing to go through, and it couldn't have gone any other way. I remember one of the last nights that I hung out with this lady back at the end of January, beginning of February. I remember driving home, and I just started singing. That just came to me. My heart is like a ticking time bomb. And like I realized, like my heart was like a ticking time bomb. Like I was hurting so much from trying to bend myself backwards to morph into the person that she wanted to marry, instead of just being me and letting the chips fall where they fall. And so yesterday afternoon, I was feeling real hurt about this in the morning, and I was struggling. I wanted to push it down. That's been my strategy for most of my life, is push down the sad feelings. Like, Danny, don't you know people look to you to be happy? You have to put on a smile because people need you to put on a smile. That's the story I've told myself. That's the story I've lived in for a long time. I'm carrying an air freshener. I don't even know why. I'm just kidding. Could you imagine this? I sprayed air freshener into my mouth in the middle of this like emotional moment on my live stream. See, I'm good. But yeah, I just see how like that's been like a mode of operation for me for a long time. And only in the past few months have I opened the door to be different, open the door to say, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to show up sad. It's okay to cry. And so Jana came over yesterday afternoon, and I didn't want to show her anything except happiness, but I was feeling like a halfway there. I was feeling like I couldn't be totally present with her and was just like blocked. And she reminds me a lot of this person who I no longer see. She has a very similar energy, and that girl from the end of last year, her and I amplified each other's goofiness, and we pushed each other to be more goofy, be more bold. And Jana and I do that for each other too. And Jana's a friend, like fully a friend. It's great. Yeah, like, so Jana and I, we walked down to the lake and we're sitting there, and she had me pull a tarot card, and the tarot card she had me pull, the one I pulled was on patience, and I read what it said. And while I was reading it, I just like broke down. I just like started crying. And then she was like, "Can we talk about that? Like, do you want to talk about it?" And I just like told her where I was at and told her about how I was hurting. And she was really, really there for me. She really listened to me. She saw me, and she said that, she's like, "Danny, I feel like you and I are mirrors of each other because we have the same energy that like feeds off each other." And I was like, "Yeah, I see that." And I saw that with this other girl. And I'm grateful that I don't think I could be friends with Jana now had I not learned what I learned from this other relationship falling apart. And so I'm really grateful for that. And I'm really grateful for the space Jana held for me. One thing I tell people that I believe firmly is I value friendship and fun. Friendship and fun are the two highest values to me. And as I've thought about that, I've thought about what that means. And to me, a friend is somebody who you can tell you're hurt to, and they'll hold it for you. A friend is somebody you can show up to, and you can show up anyway. You can show up happy, sad, angry, confused, checked out, frustrated, anything, and they'll be there for you, and they will not be mad at you for showing up however you're feeling, even if it's like maybe not a comfortable feeling. And so I didn't want to show up with my sadness for Jana, and it came out anyways, and she held it with me, and that was really, really beautiful. And yeah, I just I was really grateful for that. And then later I met with Cal. We just hung out over Zoom, and Cal is a wizard. You can't hide anything from Cal. If there's emotions blocking you, she'll sense it right away. I think she feels like it's a blessing and a curse. I think it's a blessing, because she was like, "Yeah, you need to talk about this." And she really helped me. Well, so Jana said something really cool where Jana was like, "I know dating can be really hard, and I know it's easy to feel like you're the problem, and if dates aren't working out, or if they're not showing up, like it's not you." And she was like, "Danny, I'll just say this as a friend, like it's not you." And I think, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she basically expressed to me like, I'm not single because there's like something wrong with me because I'm undateable. She was just like, "You're just single just because you're single." And like, that's that. And that was so nice to hear. And it really like helped open up for me that for so long, I've felt like something was wrong with me because I'm single. And it was frustrating when people would say things like, "Danny, you're such a catch," because it's like, "Oh, if I'm such a catch, like, why am I still single? Like, there must be something super wrong with me, like this like thing that nobody can see." And it's like, yesterday I opened up the door in my heart to say, no, what if actually there's nothing wrong with me? And what if I'm actually like, am a catch, and I'm an amazing guy, and a girl would be lucky to date me? And I just haven't been open to that. So that hasn't come into my life. And as I was talking with Cal yesterday, she shared some really great stuff. She's like, "Danny, you've been choosing to be brave. You've been stepping forward with bravery and courage, and leading with courage, and you're noticing bravery in people all around you." She's like, "Do you think with your love life, you've been going into it with a desperation, with they're going to leave me, with I'm going to end up alone no matter what. And so then I'm attracting people that affirm that. And that was really, really powerful. And like, it reminded me that this girl from the end of last year into January was affirming that for me. She was not choosing me as somebody to love. She didn't choose me. And I was blaming myself and hurting myself over it. And it's like, well, she didn't choose me. And that's actually not a reflection on me. That's a reflection on her. And it's not even like a negative, like, I'm not even saying that it's like she's bad because she did. I'm just saying she's where she is and I'm where I am, and she didn't choose me. And that's okay. That doesn't mean I'm not choosable. It just means she didn't choose me. And like, I'm just present to, we put all this meaning into things like this. Like we put a meaning into a no. It's like a girl says no, and that must mean I'm ugly. That must mean I'm annoying. That must mean this. Somebody says no to having you play a gig. That must mean I'm a bad musician. No just means no. It just means this agreement, this is not working for either party. And that's all it means. And it's not a reflection on you. And yeah, I'm reading this book, Experiments Never Fail. And one thing it says is different isn't always better, but better is always different. And one of the core philosophies of this book is that if you aim to be a little different every day, that's how you're going to find success. So I'm aiming to be different in my mindset of how I treat myself. And I'm choosing to love myself, and I'm choosing to believe that I am a catch, and believe that there is a great, beautiful, passionate love out there for me. And there is a woman that will feel so lucky to be with me, and I will feel so lucky to be with her. And she's real, and she's around the corner, and I just haven't seen her because I have been in a story of I'm going to die alone. I am not going to find love. Or when I do find love, they will leave eventually because I will screw it up. And yeah, I'm just grateful for some lovely ladies in my life to help be a friend for me when I'm feeling unlovable. And I guess that's like another story that like Cal was helping me see is like, I feel like I am not valuable unless I'm doing something. And it's like I've had this story of impressing people for a long time, and it's like I feel like people aren't going to want to be around me unless I'm funny. People aren't going to want to be around me unless I'm creating good music. People aren't going to want to be around me unless I'm sharing wisdom or all this stuff. Or like if I'm not entertaining them, they're not going to want to be around me. And those stories have been blocks from authentic connection, and I'm standing on the possibility of changing those stories, of leading with love, of loving myself and forgiving myself. I forgive myself for the way in which I behaved that led to the demise of the relationship I had coming into this year. I forgive myself. I was doing the best that I could, and I forgive her too. She was doing the best she could too. And where we were at wasn't working. And being hard on myself, being mean to myself, telling myself I'm stupid and wrong, and you stupid idiot, Danny, you should have just, doesn't serve anyone. And all it serves is to hold me shackled to ghosts of my former self, ghosts of people who are no longer in my life. And yeah, I am loved by a lot of people. And I went to, after hanging out with Cal, before meeting up with Val, I went to improv at Second City, and like that was a real fun time. Just like awesome people hanging. And in the after hang, they were all like, when I was like, I gotta leave, I'm gonna go meet up with a friend, they were like, oh, Danny, you're leaving? They were like bummed I was leaving. It's like these people I just met, a lot of those people I've known less than 3 weeks, and they're like bummed that I'm leaving the hang early. And I went to see Bonzo, and there are friends there. The band is, I'm shouting at the stage and the band is shouting at me, like they're all friends, and just meeting people. And yeah, so I guess the lesson, the tidbit to take away from this is be real in front of your friends, and you'll you'll get a lot closer to your friends if you're willing to share your hurt with them. If you're willing to say, hey, this problem in my life is hurting. Can I share this with you? Oh, what's up, Zach? Your definition of friendship is dead on with mine. Anybody who truly gives a damn about you will take you as you are. Exactly, dude. And it's messy, you know, sometimes because we're all dealing with stuff, and you might show up with some hurt that someone that is your friend isn't ready to receive. And that's okay. And we need to forgive each other and forgive ourselves. But yeah, it's like friends are people who you can show up with hurt, and they'll be able to help you. You know, I used to think the way to heal your hurt is to just bury it, to push it down, to hide it, to not show it to anyone, to put on a happy face. And it was coming from a place of bravery of like, I'm going to smile to show others that they can smile. I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be optimistic to show others a path. And I still value that. And I think that there's a space for that. And I'm seeing that actually the way, it's not the exclusive, right, not the exclusive domain of shrinks, exactly. I'm seeing that I've noticed that I am able to put down things that I'm carrying that are hurting me when I, to a loving friend that I trust, say, hey, this is hurting me. Will you hold this with me? And they say, yes, I'll hold this with you. And as we hold it together, it creates an opportunity to set it down, at least partially. And I've loved doing that for other people for so long, and I've never really given other people the opportunity to do that for me. And I see how giving people the opportunity to do that for me will be healing, just as it's healing for other people. So very cool. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Shout out to all my lady friends I hung out with yesterday, Valerie, Calorie, just kidding, it's Calandra, Val, Cal, and Jana. Really great to have awesome ladies who are holding space for big emotions. And shout out to Val, new friends, like amazing. I like now have like a homie in Denver, and just excited about how music creates those connections. Like it's because we're both musicians that we connected, and then we got to hang. I was like, oh, she's a goofball. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm playing at Black Barrel Tavern in Old Town tonight. I don't even know what time. I think late. It's a cover band. Great singer, Jessica Schmidt. She's awesome. Good band. And so if you're around in Old Town and want to hang, I'll be there. Also, real quick, so I got my Venmo here. If you like these and you have some money to support me to continue to do these, a tip would be much, much appreciated on Venmo. And also, I've been really thinking about, I was going to end this, but I just remembered it's something else I want to talk about. So much to talk about. I have an insane amount of CDs. Check these out. I got all these CDs. They're CDs I recorded in Columbus, and they're really good. Really, really engaging, fun, instrumental music. Music sort of in the vein of Snarky Puppy or Return to Forever. If you want a CD, go ahead and Venmo me at least $10 and tell me your address, and I'll mail it to you. So, I'm struggling with setting up official channels to sell things, and I'm pondering if the work to set that up is going to be worth the return. Zach, if you want one, I can hand deliver it to you. So, I have two different ones here. We'll do a sale right here. I have this one. Here, I'll pull these out. I have Adventure Jazz, which has some of my songs that we do on the Safety Squad shows, including Bear Fight and Hasidic Jig and Get To It. This is with a 6-piece band from Columbus, amazing. And then Into the Danger Zone. This is with a 12-piece band in Columbus. This was from before, which we do some of these songs too. Songs we've done from this lately are Sequence Break, The Big Crunch, Wine Chant, and The Singularity. So they're both really, really great CDs. I'm really proud of them. And I have thousands of them because I bought a bunch right before COVID, basically, because we had plans of all these shows all around the country over that summer. And then COVID happened, and I gave up on the band because, well, we don't need to justify any behaviors we had in 2020 because everybody struggled in some capacity. So anyways, yeah, Zach, if you want to buy one, just send me a Venmo and I'll get you a CD this weekend or early next week. So awesome. Well, love yourself. Share your hurt with your friends, and your true friends will help you set it down, and you'll all be richer, because also when you share your hurt with your friend and they help you set it down, it gives them an opportunity to look at the hurt in their own heart and find ways to set that down too. So it's actually a gift. I have this song I wrote last November, and my favorite line in it, this came directly from God, I didn't come up with this, is tell me all the ways in which you're hurting and I'll love you all the same. And I don't know how I came up with that line. It was a divine inspiration, and I think that's what a friend does, is loves you when you share all the ways you're hurting. And it actually paradoxically helps both parties. So all right, 26 minutes. Danny, you're talking way too much. Get out of here. So thank you guys. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Val. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I will catch you all soon. Have a good day.